Hey guys, Happy Conscious Gal here. I just wanted to do an update because some of you probably saw my vlog from yesterday where I was in bed with period cramps feeling terrible. I just wanted to let you know I'm feeling a lot better today. It has been a bit strange though. Actually, Tom properly started today at midday. But I had cramps for 1.5 days leading up to my period really starting. So I don't normally have that. Normally I have very bad cramps, but they start at the same time as Tom. So I think HCG has probably been affecting my hormones a little bit, which is understandable. It is a hormone therapy. So the HCG hormone got my cramps to start a day and a half before Tom. So that was not so fun. So I had a day and a half of pretty much resting. And as I explained in the last vlog, I had to get up in the middle of the night to eat so I could take my medicine I take for my cramps, because you can't take it on an empty stomach. So that was a bit traumatic, but I managed to still stay within my calories and within the food protocol, so that was great. The PMS is gone, the cramps are going, I'm feeling much better. I still haven't started the injection because I still haven't stopped my injections because when I woke up this morning, Tom hadn't started yet, so I did my injection. So I'll be skipping tomorrow and the next day for the injections. In theory, we'll see. But I wanted to let you know something really interesting that happened last night about food cravings. Because I told you guys yesterday that my big goal for this Tom period was to break my old habit of always eating chocolate and junk food when I get my period, especially when I get cramps. Usually that day I just spend the whole day in bed and I just eat anything kind of comfort food to give myself some energy, quick sugar energy. And obviously you can't do that on the protocol. So I knew it was a really great chance to clear that and shift that habit. And I might even get my period a second time on this round, and they give me a second chance to lock in my new habit. Anyway, I didn't actually have any cravings for junk food at all. Admittedly, I did just do a full 28-day cleanse in January, only a few months ago, and so my sugar cravings are already much less than they were before that, because that's profound. It cleanses you on all levels. But still, I think if I wasn't on HCG, I would have felt tempted to eat chocolate. And I would have allowed myself to, because I've always allowed myself to on my period when I get cramps. So obviously yesterday I couldn't, and today I can't, so I'm not eating any chocolate, obviously. But what was really interesting was, even though I was sick in bed with cramps, yesterday was actually technically my anniversary with my partner of our first year together. Kind of shame the timing. But anyway, we'd planned to go out last night and get all dressed up. But obviously we can't go out to dinner because I'm not eating anything on the HCG protocol. I mean, you can go out to dinner and get a piece of fish that big. It's not very fun. But because I was feeling so sick, I just didn't feel like getting all dressed up and walking into town and, going to the comedy festival or whatever we were going to do. So I said to him, look, compromise, how about we go to a movie, because we can drive there, it won't take much energy, and I can sit there for 2 hours, it won't take much energy, and I'll be fine even though I have cramps. So I thought, this is going to be a test. My second time I eat junk food, as I've told you before, is when I get my period, and the other main time I eat junk food is when I go to the movies or when I watch TV, but particularly at the movies. I don't think I've ever seen a movie in my life without eating some sort of junk food in it. It's just like, for me, I'm taking information in with my eyes, I'm taking desserts in with my mouth. Like the eyes and the mouth are sort of like together. They're like linked. They're linked. And I decided at the start of this HCG protocol that this was a chance for me to break that link. I did go and see a film last week, and I didn't feel tempted at all to eat any junk food. I'd already had my 500 calories for the day. I wasn't hungry. It was fine. But I didn't have my period that day. So I thought, talk about double test, double whammy. I'm going to a movie and I've got my period. My 2 times when I eat junk food, when I used to, cancel clear. My 2 times when I used to eat junk food, I don't do it anymore because I'm breaking that habit. Anyway, so last night, not only did I have my period, I was at a movie, everyone around me was eating junk food, and my lovely partner, God bless him, decided to eat junk food next to me. And I told him it was fine, so he didn't do anything wrong, but it was just hilarious. So I did, but I didn't know what he was going to get. So he gets this big packet of chips, like, those sort of grain waves, the sort of wavy, very strong smelling salted chip things, and they were, I think, onion flavour or something, so a really strong smell. And he opens the packet in the middle of the film, and this waft just comes up like this, right over my whole body. And for a few seconds, I have to be honest, I just felt my whole body react. My mouth started watering, and I was like, oh my God, this is going to be hard. But then something very interesting happened, and I'm curious to know if any of you have had this experience. Obviously, I couldn't eat it, so I just let it go. I let it pass. A couple of minutes later, when he reached in a second time and opened the packet and the smell came out, I noticed something extraordinary. It smelled awful to me. It didn't make my mouth water. It smelled disgusting. And I was like, what? How could it smell disgusting now? It smelled really nice a few minutes ago. Anyway, from then on, every time he opened the packet to get some more out for the rest of the movie, it smelled disgusting to me. I just had no urge to eat it at all. And I found this extraordinary. And then at the end of the film, I saw that he also had been eating a second thing, which I hadn't smelt because it's not the sort of thing that gives off a big, strong smell. And that was my all-time favourite movie snack. He ate next to me, but I didn't know he was eating it. And that is Maltesers. We call them Maltesers in Australia. I'm sure in America you have them. They're kind of like malt balls covered in chocolate. Yeah, melts in your mouth. Delicious. Anyway, I don't normally eat sugar, but at the movies I eat sugar. It's the only time I eat it. When I get my period, when I go to the movies. Anyway, he had some left. So when we left the cinema, I said, I want to do an experiment. Pass me the Maltesers. And he was like, no, you're not allowed chocolate. I said, it's okay. I'm not going to eat it. I've had my 500 calories today. I'm not hungry. I'm not tempted. I just want to try an experiment. So anyway, I opened the packet. He had about 10 of them left at the bottom, so you could still smell them. I smelled it. I went like this. Gross. That smells horrible. I just couldn't believe it. It smelled awful. It smelled awful. It didn't smell even tempting. It just didn't even smell nice. It smelled like cheap milk chocolate full of sugar. You know, now maybe if I'd smelt like 80% Lindt, really rich, you know, or an organic chocolate or a raw chocolate that's actually got nutrition in it, my nose might have responded differently. But smelling pure junk food, it just smelled disgusting. Whereas normally I wouldn't stop to smell it. Normally I would just eat it. And it's really interesting because I'm learning on this protocol. I already had known this, but I'm really seeing it on this protocol, how our noses really tell us what's good for us. For example, I told you guys that I've been eating fish twice a day on this protocol, and I'm normally very raw food vegan. I don't eat much fish. I only eat it once every couple of weeks normally. I've been eating it twice a day. And it's been tasting and smelling so good to me. And then when I got my period, the fish started tasting yuck. And I just realised my body doesn't want fish while I'm on my period. So tonight I'm not going to eat fish. I'm actually going to eat seafood, which is different to fish. I actually went to the market and I bought my first decadent treat for P2. I bought some lobster. I know it's outrageously expensive, but I figure I'm going for 4 weeks without going to any restaurants. I can justify one piece of lobster. So I bought a lobster. Beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to probably avoid fish, like, you know, fillets of fish today and tomorrow because it really did make me feel sick yesterday. Anyway, but I'm learning that when my smell tells me something's yuck, then that's a sign that my body doesn't want it. And I realised I don't normally stop and smell food, especially junk food. Like I might go, yum, chips, and eat them. Whereas from now on, after having had this experience, I'm going to smell them and then I'm going to wait because I think what happens is the first time you sniff, you just get hit with this chemical bombardment of, you know, all these addictive chemicals, the salt, the fats, you know, whatever additives they put in are designed to make your body react. So the first time you smell it, you go, chips, yum, 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 chips, chocolate, yum, yum. And then if you wait, what happens if you wait and smell it again, it smells disgusting because the chemical effect is worn off and now you're actually smelling the food and your body's going, ugh. So anyway, I did an experiment about this today because I'm just fascinated by it now. I'm going to try it again when my period's finished and see if it's different then. It may just be an effect of the period. Who knows? But I don't think so. I went to the market today. As you can see, I bought all my strawberries and my cucumbers. They're all drying right now because I always wash all my veggies with this, it's called EnviroClean. It cleans all your vegetables. Even though all my vegetables are organic, I still always clean them because I just think you can't be too careful with food. Especially eating this much food. It's my only source of nutrition at the moment. I want the maximum nutrition from every bite because I'm big on nutrition. Anyway, so I went to the market and my boyfriend went to the nuts shop, which has all these huge shelves of nuts and chocolates. I took pictures so you can see them. Oh, my pussycat's coming to say hello. Look, this is Mojo. He's my baby. He's not getting thinner because he's still eating normal food. He's big and fat. Anyway, come and be my scarf. Come and be my scarfie. Anyway, so Meiji is so cute. So off he goes. So anyway, so I went into this nut shop. As you can see, all these nuts, chocolates, fruits, and I decided to go and smell them all and see what happened. Because obviously I wasn't going to eat them, but I just wanted to see if I was tempted to eat them. So I smelled some almonds. Nothing, didn't make me want to eat them. I smelled some dried apricots, and they just smelled really sweet, but they smelled too sweet. I smelled chocolate licorice bullets, which I normally love, and they smelled disgusting. I smelled round chocolate balls, they smelled disgusting. I smelled like hundreds of thousands chocolate smarty things, they smelled disgusting. I even smelled my favourite thing in the world, although I forgot to take a picture of this one, which is chocolate covered honeycomb, and it smelled like cheap sugar. It just smelled gross. So I was like, wow, this smelling thing really works. So anyway, I'm just suggesting to all of you go and try it and see, because you might find the same thing. And I'm actually going to use this smelling thing to cure myself of all cravings over the next month, so that when I come into P3, I'll find the smell of all these things disgusting and I won't want it. I just wanted to also show you that while I was at the market, because my body's telling me it doesn't want fish for the next couple of days, I thought, God, well, what am I going to eat? I have to eat protein, I have to be on the protocol. So I got myself some cottage cheese, almost fat-free. In Australia, you can't get 100% fat-free, but it's almost. So I'm going to have a tiny bit of that maybe once. I found some tin tuna, which I hadn't been eating because I didn't know you could, but I did some research. Probably won't eat this for a couple of days, but it's just going to make my life a bit easier because I have been cooking fish every single time, although I do prefer food fresh, but being a little bit realistic. Oh, I also found this the other day, which I hadn't shown you guys. It's actually crab meat that's totally ready, and all you have to do is like cook it, but it's taken out, there's no salt or anything. It's all declawed and everything, so be eating that too in a couple of days. Oh, another thing I found at the market, which is amazing, I've been using it every day, and I forgot to tell you guys all this, is this. You can get this in Australia, I don't know about in America, but it's handmade vegetable stock. See, it's in a thing. And it's got no salt, it's got no sugar, it's got no oil. Literally all it is a pot full of vegetables that they've boiled down, and they've basically reduced it and reduced it and reduced it for 10 hours. So it's just like you put vegetables in a pot and reduce it, and you get this broth. And then what I do is I pour it into ice cube trays, I freeze it, and then I take the ice cubes out, put them in a bag, and every single time I cook my fish, I take out one of these ice cubes, I melt the ice cube, and then I put the fish in it. So I've been cooking everything, even my eggs, everything, all my vegetables, everything, I've been using the ice cubes of this, and it is divine. So if you have anything like this in the US, you certainly have it here in Australia, just checking the time. Get into it, it's amazing. Totally no calories, fantastic. The last thing is I just bought some pea protein powder. I was planning to do this whole 40 days totally as a vegetarian, try and eat fish the whole time, but as I've told you, I don't normally eat much fish. I'm normally mainly raw food person, so my body's told me today it just needs a break from fish, other than the lobster I'm going to have tonight because that's different. So tomorrow I'm probably going to try having some pea protein powder, which is what most of the pure vegetarians and raw food people are doing on HCG. So I'll let you know how that goes. Oh, and the last thing I got from the market that was new was when I was looking up these raw food people making P2 recipes. They use this stuff called miracle noodles. It's shirataki noodles from Japan, and they're basically made with a soluble plant fiber, so there's no starch in them, and there's no calories in them. Now, I never eat white food. I don't eat pasta, I don't eat noodles, I don't eat anything processed, so to me this looks totally disgusting, but they've been putting them in a lot of their raw recipes and their vegetarian recipes for P2, and even in their fish and meat recipes to give it a bit of something extra texture and crunch. So I'll probably try it just because you do get a bit bored on this diet, so I'll let you know how it goes. And guys, make a comment below about your experiences with cravings and smelling foods and stuff, and I'd be curious to see if other people have had the same experience. Anyway, until I speak to you guys tomorrow, see ya!